Welcome to your Network Marketing Home podcast. We are Robin and Rossi.
And today we are going to talk about why former network marketers should consider a comeback.
Right. So if you're listening, maybe you've dipped your toes into network marketing before.
And maybe it didn't quite, live up to the hype, perhaps?
Yeah, it didn't meet expectations. It happens a lot, actually.
Absolutely. And the source material we looked at for this deep dive, it really gets into that. It acknowledges why people walk away, feeling pretty disappointed.
Totally valid reasons, too. Like maybe the company just vanished. Poof. Left you high and dry.
Or the products, maybe they just didn't deliver. You ended up with unhappy customers, not many reorders.
Yes. And that feeling of having no real help from uplines, like you were just supposed to figure it all out yourself. That's a big one the source mentioned.
Huge. Or the compensation plan seemed great on paper, but then it just didn't quite pay out like you thought it would.
Exactly. Not
Yeah.
how you understood it anyway.
So look, if any of that sounds familiar, it makes complete sense why you'd be hesitant now, or even, frankly, a bit burnt out.
You're definitely not alone there.
But here's the interesting thing our source brings up. The landscape has shifted. The industry itself, it's evolved.
Often because of those exact problems people face.
Precisely. And you, having been through that, you've gained perspective. You know what doesn't work.
That's valuable experience, right?
It is. And the source suggests that if you take that experience and approach things differently, what it calls the smart way.
Okay. The smart way.
Yeah. It argues that network marketing can still be that path to, lasting income and the kind of freedom maybe you were looking for originally.
Okay, let's dig into that. What does the source actually mean by doing it the smart way? Sounds like there are specific things to look for.
There are. It's almost like a checklist. First up, and this is non-negotiable according to the source, a solid company.
Stability. That sounds key, especially if your last one disappeared.
Exactly. We're talking stability, ethical leadership, a real track record, maybe decades in business. It's about feeling secure, not worrying if they'll fold tomorrow.
Right, addressing that company shutdown pain point head on.
And tied right into that is the need for unique and effective products.
Okay, so not just anything.
No. The source stresses products that meet a real high demand now. Stuff backed by, say, actual science or research. Not just clever marketing.
Things people will actually use and want more of.
Yes. Consumables people love and reorder naturally. That's where the source says sustainable residual income comes from real customer value, not just constantly recruiting.
Makes sense.
Get to know us and explore articles related to today's topic on our website, yournetworkmarketinghome.com.
All right, so company stability, great products, people reorder. What else is on this smart way list?
A top compensation plan gets a lot of focus in the source material.
And that's not just about big promises, I take it.
No, not at all. The source clarifies a good plan is fair, it's achievable, it should realistically reward someone who just wants maybe a few $100 extra part-time.
Okay.
And the person who's serious about building a big team, it mentions things like good customer commissions, rank advancements you can actually hit without, buying a garage full of inventory.
Right, avoiding those old pitfalls.
Mm-hmm.
And what about the support piece? That seemed like a big issue for people.
Crucial. The source calls for a professional support system. And listen, this isn't about just hype and motivational rah-rah stuff.
Okay, so what is it then?
It means actual hands-on mentoring. Leaders who are building the business themselves and are genuinely invested in helping you, not just padding their own numbers.
Real guidance.
Real guidance, proven tools, systems that are simple enough for anyone to duplicate, and, importantly, a supportive community culture. People helping each other win.
That sounds different.
Get to know us and explore articles related to today's topic on our website, yournetworkmarketinghome.com.
So company, products, comp plan, support, anything else.
One final piece. The source frames it as a fresh start.
Acknowledging the past experience, but moving forward.
Exactly. You bring those hard-won lessons, but this time you apply them within a structure with a team that actually supports doing it the right way.
Avoiding the mistakes from before.
Right. It's a chance to kind of wipe the slate clean, leverage your wisdom, and build something solid.
So if you're listening, and maybe deep down you do still believe in that idea of residual income.
Yeah, building something once that keeps paying.
And you still value freedom, flexibility, maybe helping other people.
Then the question the source leaves us with is, pretty powerful.
Which is?
Maybe, just maybe, with what you know now, and by looking for these specific smart way criteria, maybe it really is time to think about coming back home.
To build it right this time.
Together.
That's the idea. Get to know us and explore articles related to today's topic on our website, yournetworkmarketinghome.com.